look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they will not get a chance to return this one. Through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw right away is Shuck. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. Touchdown, New Orleans. Travis Etienne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it would get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots, but that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
49ers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Because they would be not 3B. Well, I don't know. I'm not giving people Williams.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10, right at the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Shove it up there. Purdy. He's at 9.
He'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for the Niners. And even 60 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun, Purdy.
Oh.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Yes, it does.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey.
No. It's about it. You know what? It's okay.
Christian McCaffrey, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true. Last time, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Shuck.
Oh, let me get that.
And this ball will be intercepted.
Fredro.
Picked off by Fred
Fredro.
Warner. Down the right sideline. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well. Protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. It brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Purdy. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
We got toasted.
Down to the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
My bad.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
And my soda pop.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, the offensive unit was just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Purdy now to throw.
Sure.
That one complete to Tonjes. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not according to the end of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as his career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Yeah.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at the Saints defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. Brown now to return it.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
To throw now, Shuck. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football outside the 30 to the 29.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On play action, Shuck.
None of those. None.
And it's incomplete.
CJ
on the year following the win in week 1, and they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Operating from the gun, here's Shuck.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. This one taken in by Alano.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. As he throws there, incomplete.
Who the fuck
Look at this
playing comment
defense.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Now they'll audible to something else. Shuck now to throw.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
This defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, They spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Shuck. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
Hadn't been a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Here's Shuck. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back.
Yeah, I talked to her. Michelle doing that.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw. Here's Shuck.
It's
complete. And he's going to be held down inside the 20 at the 15. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
At the 15-yard line.
Throwing, Shuck. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart and not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
2nd and 10.
Goof.
From the gun, Shuck. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shuck again. And he's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the opponents. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Saints 21, 49ers 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last series for a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Christian McCaffrey.
When y'all just play right now.
He's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And able to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play. Focus, focus, focus. Why punch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's going right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
To throw is Shuck. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for. One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Bulldozes past him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
No street. 19 Lion, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On first down, right back to ETN.
Number 2s.
About 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
The 24-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Second down and 3. ETN once more.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
They'll run with ETN. And he is going to have a Saints first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, they're still in the lead. The momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence. And you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helps. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
ETN is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They'll throw now on the final play. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And we'll get a couple up to the 29. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, and you know this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
Get set.
Purdy. Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
With it is Brown. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. From the gun, Shuck. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
40-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And does the big boy have the juice? And he will bring this one back. It's a fatal return from a 49er touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
He's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game.
Ethan Euro sets the kickoff.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Got 66 points in the 4th quarter. Oh, man. Oh, boy.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Keep pulling ticks on me.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 34 yards to gain that time, another 1st down.
16-yard line.
Looking to throw. That's complete right around the 8. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
ETN up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Brings up 3rd down.
And they'll go again with ETN. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
And they'll run with ETN. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Outside with ETN. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Niners take over first and 10.
Never beat Jimmy. Well, they did not beat Jimmy.
30-yard line.
Once.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First down.
3 quarters in the books.
That's what we just did, man.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. And that one too far in front. He couldn't.
The first fucking little thing, too.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Purdy.
Fucking. Oh, I need carefully to read.
Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Saints take over.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Shuck.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now there's a scoop. Look at the big man rumble. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
I do it. No, y'all talking.
Here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Another important fourth quarter
I want to try that fucking
that last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 73 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll set up to throw.
He got to fumble that. He has to fumble that.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Working out of the gun here, Shuck.
And he comes back with one complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
To the air once more. Shock.
Oh my gosh, she about to go right to my face.
And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. To throw now, Shock. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Saints 38, 49ers 26.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, when they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter, this drive becomes very critical. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Remember throughout my career, the defensive coach would always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And that is incomplete.
I'm going to be out here with a partner because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Purdy, big 4th down play. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face.
I can stop this one.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Saints are on their way to a 2-0 start. Now for the point after. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
The score, Saints 45, 49ers 26.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Niners take over first and 10.
Number
30-yard line.
Poor kid.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way to point things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Here's Purdy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just...
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Pinheiro now to add the extra point.
Well, big problems there on the conversion. A poor snap. It's no good.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks?
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Shuck now to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it in the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tyler Shuck, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
49ers 32.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge. And someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved the hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here. We'll do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Purdy now to throw.
He's going to let it fly.
This is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a great play, but he could not pull it in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Purdy looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit is going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
San Francisco.
A big play there. 46 yards.
And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
49ers will line up.
They'll try and throw for it.
The game.
So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a camera on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door.
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And it's incomplete. Clock now showing 0-0-5. That's all we have left here in the 4th. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Throwing, Shuck. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. Charles, a lot of happy faces